Hey guys, so this is it. It's time to compare the HTC 10 versus the Galaxy S7 Edge and reviewing them, and of course doing a camera test detailed. So first of all, before starting off this comparison, I just want to say that if you choose the HTC 10, if you spend money on this phone or whether you spend money on this phone, ultimately you're going to be happy because these two phones are great and one of the most best options available to of course, if you have above $600, these are the best phones that you can get right now and you're gonna be happy. So with that being said, I do have both phones here. First of all, talking about the price, the S7 Edge, of course, this is the S7 Edge, and we will be talking about the normal S7 also, which I don't like, by the way. So the S7 Edge here cost around $750, I think, at least where I live, 75,000 PKR. The normal S7 cost a little less, in under 600 something dollar, still $650 above price. And it's the HTC 10 price is around the same, $650 in between $700 with tax included. If you live outside, maybe you'll be able to get this one cheaper, but it's not that much of a big difference when it comes to price. But the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge is definitely expensive than the HTC 10. So with that being said, the price mentioned, let's go do this, baby. First of all, build quality. Now, I have used this phone as my main phone like for 1 month, and I have been using this phone currently. Now, what I'm enjoying on this phone is that it doesn't have the problem that I was facing with this one, which is the fingerprints. Okay? And not only the fingerprints, the S7 Edge, or I don't know, since the Galaxy Note 5 days, these Samsung devices seems to pick up a lot of scratches, and of course, that can be fixed by like a case or something like that. But I don't like to use a case because a case or like a skin, it will definitely going to take away that normal premium feeling that you get, when you unbox a phone and hold it for the first time. So yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about the premiumness. Both phones are premium. We don't have to discuss that. But it is glass, and remember, glass is more likely to break compared to aluminum. Now, the HTC, I don't have to worry about any fingerprints or any scuffs. It's just so plain, clean, and it feels really good in hand. So that's a plus point for this one. Premium, yeah, they both are premium, but again, it's just your personal preference. I personally like the HTC 10 design a little bit more compared to Samsung. I really want to see like a metallic phone from Samsung. I know they have made some metallic phones, but I want a full, aluminum phone, maybe with a combination of glass a little bit, but not just a huge phone just made up of glass. I mean, it's a beautiful phone, but fingerprints, they just don't feel good. So ultimately, you have to use like a case or like a skin. So if we take a look here at down below on both phones, you can see that they're looking very similar. You got the USB Type-C on the HTC phone versus you got USB 2.0 on the S7 Edge. And the S7, of course, you got the headphone jack down below and the speaker. You got everything down below on the S7, and versus the HTC, which got the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the top here. You get dual stereo speaker system. This is the speaker one, and this is some kind of like a woofer thing, And then you got the power and volume rocker on the right side. Well, here you got the power and volume rocker on different sides, so that is kind of a good thing because sometimes I accidentally press the volume button when I wanted to press like the power button, so it's more comfortable if they are on different positions, but that's just my personal preference. Another thing that is better with the HTC here is that the S7 Edge features the SIM card tray and the micro SD card tray on the top, so you're not gonna get any separate tray, okay? This is the same tray that you have to work with. While on the HTC phone, you got two separate trays here. This one is the SIM card tray, and this is the SD card tray. So you don't have to worry about, every time you have to eject the SIM card, you don't have to worry about ejecting the micro SD card also. So yeah, that's something that most of the people are not mentioning, but I really like this from HTC for giving us separate slots. So thank you so much for that. Now also the HTC with the removal of front speakers, we have a home button. So a lot of people are saying that HTC is like copying Samsung and all that. So it's just your personal preference. I know that they started with like HTC One and 9 and they now implemented with the 10. So it's not a button, okay? It's more of a touch thing. You just touch it like this, while here you have to press it. And also you got the multitasking keys and the back keys on both phones, so that's also nice. You don't get on-screen buttons, so that is good. Moving towards the display, both phones have a really high quality display. Here we have a 5.2-inch Quad HD display. Just look at the quality. Oh my god, it's just absolutely amazing. This phone is having a bright display, comfortable to look outdoor, but still it's not as vibrant as the Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge display. AMOLED is still my favorite display, and of course with the Edge phone you get this Edge features and all that. That's really good. And you can also notice that, of course, the S7 Edge has a 5.5-inch screen size versus the 5.2 here, so you get a bigger display. And despite having 5.5-inch size, it has a really nice screen-to-body ratio, so it doesn't feel that bigger. So I really like that. I really love that even though having a 5.5-inch size, still it feels like a pocketable and more enjoyable phone. So moving towards the next thing, which is the software. Of course, both are running Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. It is just your personal preference, whatever skin you like. You're not slaves to this. You can just customize the way you want by downloading some launchers and all that. So here I have TouchWiz. Here I have the Sense UI. Now, when it comes to customization, HTC is one step ahead, because what I like with the HTC phone is that it gives you the customization option way more than what Samsung is giving. So on Samsung phone, you can apply a theme, which is just gonna tweak everything up. But with this one, you can just combine different themes with it, okay? You can download like a bunch of different themes and you can combine them. You can use font from one theme, you can use wallpaper from one theme, you can use like different stuff and make like a one customized theme. And for customization, this is a lot more enjoyable experience, the Sense 8. And also you get a different wallpaper when you open up the app drawer. Well, here you don't get that, so that's also kind of a refreshing thing for me. But again, it's just customizable. Overall, Android is there. They're still blood brothers, no difference there. And another thing that I want to mention here, that the Sense 8 is now a lot changed. It does have the same stuff as before, like blink feed and of course vertical scrolling and stuff like that, but it has now some stock stuff like the quick toggles here. And on Samsung it's still the same. I really want Samsung to be like a little bit close to stock Android. Then we got the settings here, main setting, which also looks a lot like stock. Things with the S7 Edge is like the dual window feature where you can open up two apps at the same time. I enjoy that. Both softwares have their own mix, so again, your personal preference. Now, when it comes to performance, both phones are absolutely beasts. It's not even a question, okay? It's not a thing to mention at all. I mean, if someone asks you are they fast, that's a stupid question. They are absolutely beast. And my personal preference is that if you want to buy the S7 or the S7 Edge, get the Exynos variant. You're gonna love it more. It has definitely better performance than Snapdragon 820, and according to my speed test, the S7 Edge does beat the HTC 10 in apps opening and of course in browsing, but the differences are really close. And again, speed test will not going to decide which phone you want to buy. Ultimately, a lot of other factors comes into play. But again, if you want to see that speed test, definitely watch it. That will going to help you to take the final decision. But both phones are absolutely fast. They are beast. 4 gigs of RAM on both phones. You also get SD card support, of course. You get 32 gigs of internal memory for, which is, I think, definitely a decent amount of memory. And then micro SD card is there to back it up. You can record as much long 4K videos as you want, store them, and let's move towards the camera. Okay, so the camera on the S7 Edge and the S7 is 12 megapixel. We also get 12 megapixel camera resolution on the HTC 10. But the thing here is that the camera on the S7 Edge is having a f1.7 aperture size, so it's just one step ahead when it comes to the low light quality. And I don't know, a lot of people criticize Samsung, that it just overexposes stuff and all that. Yeah, that's kind of true outdoors a little bit, but it's overall the best camera phone, period. I'm talking about the back camera. And basically, the autofocus is absolutely beast. It just focuses so fast, and the 4K video recording is amazing. It's like it don't even give you time to think, it just focuses so fast. I love it. While the HTC phone, they have improved a lot. Definitely it improved a lot. f1.8 aperture size, nice low light shots, overall bright. Yeah, the quality is more vibrant. It's definitely not bad, worth the money. But I think the S7 Edge is still one step ahead when it comes to overall camera. And again, it's just your personal preference. You are the judge here. Whatever phone you like, comment below which you think the best picture quality is. And front camera, of course, 5 megapixel on both phones. But the HTC has optical image stabilization on the front camera, which is a good thing. And the only thing that is only available for the HTC phone, so you're not going to get OIS on any other phone currently on the market. So I also got a 4K video, so let's take a look at that. Also, if we talk about the batteries, now definitely the S7 Edge is a winner here, no doubt about that. Best phone when it comes to battery life. And there are better phones than the S7 Edge, like the Huawei Mate 8, which I do have, but that phone is too huge to use. So S7 Edge still best, having amazing battery performance, I gotta say. I am absolutely loving it. Now, the HTC 10, on the other hand, has a 3000 milliamp hour battery, which is not bad. It's going to give you 5 hours plus screen on time, which I think is better than the normal Galaxy S7, which I have heard. But I don't personally own the Galaxy S7, the normal one. I did have it for a brief period of time, and I definitely noticed that the battery life was not that great as the S7 Edge, of course. So I think HTC definitely has done a good job with 3000 mAh battery and a 5.2-inch Quad HD display combination. So yeah, and of course S7 Edge is a waterproof phone. It does have heart rate sensor on the back. It is a slimmer phone. It is a lighter phone. Overall, you might enjoy this phone a lot, but you have to admire the HTC's effort with this one. Really premium phone. The edges, the buttons, it feels like they have utilized their everything in making this phone the best phone possible. And without a doubt, like I said, whatever phone you decide to buy, you're gonna be happy. And again, if you are afraid of glass, if you don't like glass, you don't like scuffs, and you can consider this one. But if you want like a slightly better camera, f1.7 aperture size, and you don't like the HTC Sense, then you can consider this one. It's really hard to take the final decision because a lot of things comes into play, a lot of factors comes into play. So again, I will be taking a look at them in different videos. We might do like a battery drain test or something like that. So stay tuned, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.